The announcement of the first cloned human baby's birth, thought far from being confirmed scientifically, has shined anew the spotlight on the Raelians, a group known for its obsession with aliens, cloning, and free love. Boy, there's the next one to kick off 2003. Welcome back to the show, Rob McConnell on CH Morning Live.
Good morning, Bob. How are you doing this morning?
Good. You have actually spoken with this man. First of all, give us the backgrounder on this man and the Raelians and what they believe. It's a very, it's a real self-serving doctrine.
Very self-serving. 1973, Claude Voiturchon said that he had an encounter with an extraterrestrial in France. 1975, let's get back to 73, they told him that what had actually happened was that it was a group of dissident scientists from another planet who came to Earth and created everyone using DNA experimentation. Wait a minute, the little green man who
I don't think you can repeat that hair.
Pardon?
I don't think you can repeat that guy's hair.
Would you want to?
No.
Okay, talk about a makeover. The alien told Rael that everyone was created by this DNA experimentation, and in 1975, the aliens actually took Rael to the planet of the Elohim, or those who descended from the sky, as mentioned in the Bible, where he actually sat down with Jesus Christ and Moses, and God told Rael that he was his son.
Right. Now, obviously, these guys are nutcases, and we'll get to that in a second. But you've actually spoken with this fellow.
Oh, yes.
On the phone.
Yes.
Now, we saw some of the subjects there and some of the people inside this cult, and actually there's some attractive subjects there, and actually it's sort of like a melding of the Moonies and Playboy West. It's bunnies and Moonies.
Exactly, and they believe in sensual meditation, they believe in multiple love partners, they believe in homosexuality, they believe in lesbianism.
Anything that works for them?
Anything that works for them to bring members into the cult.
I guess that's not a tough, there's plenty of stock on this planet for recruiting.
The numbers are staggering, 55,000 members worldwide. The majority of members are in Quebec. Now, here you have a group that was formed in France. They were booted out of France. They are now operating UFO land 90 miles north of Quebec, Montreal and Quebec.
And they tried to recruit you back in 96 to do their bidding.
Basically,
what were they up to? They wanted to actually clone Rob McConnell.
Well, they couldn't do that. Like, come on, one's good enough.
They just... maybe the free love thing, they just really liked you.
Actually, no, what they wanted to do is they wanted to use our media outlets.
Oh!
Since, you know, we were...
Well, come on. Your show.
Well, thanks very much, pal. That wouldn't hurt. They wanted to use the X-Chronicles newspaper and the X-Zone radio show as a platform.
Worldwide domination.
Well, basically, because the people that we target during our shows and the newspaper
is a
are...
audience.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And there was one word that came out very fast, and that was no. Whenever you go to a psychic fair, whenever you go to an exhibition where the Raelians are recruiting, they'll have the best-looking ladies you've ever seen with the longest legs and the shortest skirts.
Right.
And this is a very attractive way to indoctrinate people into their cults. Now they're going up against...
I would say unique, isn't it?
Very, 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 very unique. What they do is they are the typical textbook case for a cult. People say, oh, come on, Rob, you know, they're teaching about sensual meditation, they're teaching about love, but that is the front. Get behind what the Raelians
Well, we say it's a textbook case, and, you know, many of the common elements are there, but the sex aspect or component, I think, is unique.
Well, it is, but what they also did, Bob, their logo now is a spiral. However, the original logo was a swastika with the Star of David. That caused a lot of controversy going back into the
Well, the big controversy, of course, they're in the news and top of mind these days because of the cloning issue, and this guy is hooked up with Clonate. Now, it's actually in the news this morning because the host mother of this child believed to be cloned, of course, they've recanted on DNA testing. So, I mean,
well, why wouldn't they?
Yeah, I mean, of course, the scientific community is, and rightfully so, quite skeptical about this one.
Something else that we have to look at here, by Rael saying that Clonate that he formed, going back to the early 80s, he's proving that he is God. His group has recreated life as, according to his doctrine, the Elohim did, or those who descended from the sky. What he is basically doing is saying, well, here, I am proving who I say I am. I am proving that the Raelian organization is what they claim to be.
Yeah.
Well, if this is the case, why won't they allow the scientific community to go out and verify the facts that Rael is so flagrantly just saying out there and without any proof. Why?
Now, these guys have been around for a few years, certainly long enough that we'd have people deprogrammed and brought back out of it. Have there been
Yes,
cases
there
like that?
has. There have been a number, and I know one
Besides
personally.
yourself.
Why is that a problem? I had the opportunity of meeting one who was a very high-ranking official within the Raelian organization who left because it started to get too much for him. It was causing problems at home. It was causing problems at work, and he actually did get deprogrammed. And
yeah, the free love aspect would cause problems at home.
Yeah, especially if you're married. But in the next edition of the X-Chronicles newspaper, I am doing an in-depth, exclusive exposure on the Raelian organization.
Are we going to send you back inside?
I guess so.
All right, good luck.
Thanks, Bob.
I hope we get you back.
Somebody's got to do it, pal.
Rob McConnell, it's the X-Zone, and we'll have plenty more in 2003. We're off to a flying start.
We're off to hour 3 of CH Morning Live. Coming up after the break, we'll get to the headlines fighting the Norwalk virus in area hospitals next.